If you're thinking about upgrading to the new M4 Mac Mini, wait, don't hit that buy button just yet because in this video, I'll expose some surprising realities about this supposedly mighty mini machine that might just change your mind. But here's what surprised me. Despite its punchy specs and sleek size, the M4 Mac Mini has some unexpected quirks and issues that could make it less than perfect for many users. Therefore, if you expect a flawless desktop experience, you might want to hear me out before you invest hundreds of dollars. Let's get straight to it. This tiny computer is being marketed as a powerhouse wrapped inside a minuscule 5x5-inch chassis, boasting Apple's brand new M4 chip that promises to make everything snappy and fluid. However, it's not all smooth sailing. If you're someone who's been eyeing this model for creative tasks like video editing, graphic design, or even just handling heavy workloads with Microsoft 365 and Adobe Creative Cloud, you need to know the truth behind the marketing gloss. Why? Because the M4 Mac Mini, while powerful on paper, still carries some limitations and trade-offs that Apple hasn't fully addressed. But don't worry, we'll dig deep into whether it's a worthy upgrade or just another shiny gadget that disappoints once you get it home. Is it really the affordable Mac desktop that can replace your aging PC or Mac? Stick with me, and I'll break down the pros, cons, and devilish details Apple didn't really shout out loud. First, let's talk size and design because it's hard not to admire how tiny Apple has made this computer. At just 5 inches square, the Mac Mini fits perfectly next to your monitor or on a cluttered desk without hogging space. If you're someone with limited space or prefer a minimalist workspace, the compact footprint is a major plus. It's also impressively lightweight, which makes it super easy to move around, like a computer you could sneak into your backpack if you're that kind of tech spy. However, here's the catch. The small size means Apple had to make some compromises. For example, despite having both front and back ports, including Thunderbolt, HDMI, and Ethernet, the port variety is still somewhat limited. If you're a power user who relies on multiple USB devices, external drives, SD cards, or specialized peripherals, you might find the Mac Mini's connectivity options insufficient without adapters. And guess what? Those adapters add cost and clutter, which somewhat defeats the purpose of a clean setup. Speaking of connections, the addition of front-facing USB-C ports and a headphone jack is new and convenient. Yes, but Apple's insistence on Thunderbolt exclusivity means you'll end up juggling adapters again if your gear isn't fully compatible. So if you're dreaming of a no-hassle plug-and-play station, the M4 Mac Mini might test your patience. Now, onto what powers this machine, the M4 chip. It's Apple's latest silicon upgrade claiming to unleash spectacular performance. And in many ways it delivers. Launching apps is fast, switching tasks feels smooth, and running Apple's own suite of apps is a breeze. Plus, Apple Intelligence brings next-level privacy and seamless integration with your iPhone and other Apple devices. Imagine copying text on your iPhone and pasting it instantly on your Mac Mini, or answering FaceTime calls on your desktop without missing a chat on your phone. These features really amp up the user experience if you're already embedded in the Apple ecosystem. But here's the ironic twist. While the M4 chip is solid for everyday multitasking and mainstream creative work, it still isn't a beast for heavy pro workflows like 4K video editing or intense 3D rendering. If you're a professional needing maximum processing grunt, sticking with Apple's Mac Studio or higher-end MacBook Pro with more powerful chips might be wiser. The M4 Mac Mini's fans also get noisy under load, and it heats up more than expected for something so small, which could be a concern if you plan long creative marathons. Now, the software experience. macOS is known for stability and integration, right? It is. But the M4 Mac Mini sometimes struggles with app compatibility right out of the gate. Although the new chip runs most apps lightning fast, a few legacy or less optimized apps can hiccup or crash. Being an early adopter means you could face occasional bugs or quirky behavior that Apple's software updates might fix down the line. But it's something to consider if you rely on flawless performance for professional work. The carbon-neutral badge Apple flaunts is definitely a green checkmark for environment-conscious buyers. This Mac Mini is built with sustainability in mind, which is increasingly important to consumers. But is this eco-friendly device truly worth the price tag? That's a critical question. Here's where the price-to-performance ratio gets tricky. The M4 Mac Mini is not exactly cheap. You're paying a premium for the Apple brand, the tiny size, and integration features. But compared with similarly priced Windows Mini PCs or even previous Mac models, you might find more bang for your buck elsewhere, especially if you don't need Apple's ecosystem perks. So who exactly is this product for? If you're an Apple fan craving a compact desktop to complement your iPhone and iPad, love a minimalist setup, and mostly work with everyday apps like Microsoft 365, light photo editing, or streaming, then this Mac Mini could be a solid fit. It's also great for students and casual creators who value portability without sacrificing too much power. On the flip side, if you're a pro user craving the highest performance, maximum connections without dongles, or need a machine that can handle maximum workloads without trading off on heat or noise, then the M4 Mac Mini might leave you frustrated or forcing upgrades shortly after. Let me share a quick story. My friend Jake bought the M4 Mac Mini expecting to replace his bulky gaming PC. He loved the slick design and bragged about Apple Intelligence features. But when he tried running his extensive Adobe Premiere projects, the fan noise ramped up like a jet engine taking off, and the Mini felt sluggish compared to his old setup. Funny enough, he joked that the Mac Mini was more mini on performance than size. This goes to show that, for heavy workflows, this device isn't quite the powerhouse it's marketed as. On the brighter side, the M4 Mac Mini really shines as a daily driver for creative learners and casual users. The smooth macOS experience and smart integrations make work and play effortlessly enjoyable. Plus, if you want to keep your setup eco-friendly, knowing you own a carbon-neutral device adds a feel-good factor to your purchase. And here's a joke to lighten things up. Why did the Mac Mini go to therapy? Because it had a lot of small issues to talk about. But seriously, while it's tiny and cute, those issues matter depending on how you use it. Another fun fact, the M4 chip helps apps fly, but sometimes your wallet might feel lighter after purchasing all the necessary adapters. Call it adapter syndrome. Fortunately, Apple's ecosystem magic means you rarely lose data or productivity, which is a big win. So after all this, should you buy the M4 Mac Mini? Here's my honest take. If you prioritize a small footprint, love Apple's ecosystem, and use moderate tasks, the M4 Mac Mini is well worth the investment. You'll enjoy a smooth, classy desktop experience with future-proof features and an eco-friendly design. But if you demand maximum power or extensive ports without dongles, consider other Mac options or even alternative PCs. Before I end, here's one last joke. What do you call a Mac Mini that's really shy? A Minnie Mouse. The M4 Mac Mini might be small, but it's packed with personality and potential when used right. If you're ready to grab one now, I've dropped the best price link on Amazon in the description below. Check it out, compare, and make an informed decision. Remember, technology is an investment in your productivity and creativity, so choose smart. Thanks for watching my honest review. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you think about the M4 Mac Mini and if you've faced any surprises with it. Until next time, happy computing.